Hello, this is an update on our no-code automation of workflows over openEHR REST API tool. I need to look for a better name than that. And it's complete, I think, for a first beta version. Here I have Atomic running our CDR. So I will just log in and it's empty. There are no EHRs loaded. There is no data, just some templates here. So if I go to the health records, there are no EHRs. And here I have our tool. And the first thing you see here is the settings. So for connecting to an openEHR CDR, you need some basic information like the base URL, the authentication type. If there is no authentication, just select none. I will use access token, and here is the access token. Now we can create new chains of actions or load an existing chain. These are just tests. I can click here and it will just load a chain definition, just a chain of actions. And this chain here has a relay. A relay is just a group of actions. Inside, we will upload a template, and the template will be loaded from a local file. So the local file will be loaded, and then the template will be posted to the openEHR REST API, so to our Atomic instance here. Then inside the relay, we have, after the upload template, we have a create EHR action, and the create EHR will have payload for an EHR status, and the EHR status will be generated from a template, and the template will be read from the local file system too. So this will get the template, generate the EHR status automatically, and then post to create the EHR with that EHR status inside. And then after the create EHR, you see this indentation here means after. We have a looper for 10 times, and that looper will run the create composition action, and this create composition will generate a composition as the payload for each create composition action inside each loop. And that generated composition will be generated from an existing template. So this will resolve to a local template, then that will be fed into the generate composition. It will generate the composition, and the create composition will just post that composition to the CDR instance here, Atomic. And for posting the composition, it will use the EHR that will be in the current execution context. So we'll use the EHR that was created here. Yeah, so since this was done before, and this create composition is actually inside this create EHR action, we'll take that one. Yeah. So here I can, you see the EHR, there are no EHRs in the CDR in Atomic. So I will run chain here. Also, if I do some modifications to the chain, I can save the chain. I will run this chain as it is right now. Right now it's running, so I need to make something to give feedback to the user. So it's running in the background. It already ran, so I can see here the terminal, yeah, the terminal there that it ran correctly. And here, if I reload, you can see there is one EHR, so it was from this action. From the create EHR actions, and if I go to the EHR, I can see here there are some commits. There should be 10 commits for a composition here, and you can see the timeline here, and there is some overlapping between events, commit events, because the composition are just created one after another and could be just in the same millisecond, could run in the same millisecond or a few milliseconds away. So here you can't actually see, there's like 2 points, there is just 1 point, but there are 2 points there. To see all the commits, we can go here to the list of contributions for that EHR, and you can see that the EHR ID is always the same here. It's just the EHR that we created is the same. And here we don't have 10, we have 11 contributions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because the first one was the contribution that was actually the creation of the EHR. When we send an EHR status to create an EHR with that EHR status, that is also a contribution. Yeah, so that was the first contribution to the EHR, and then this is the first contribution. You can see here by the time. This is 7:05:15, then 7:05:17 is the first composition, and here is the last in 05:20. Yeah, so it took like 3 milliseconds to commit 10 compositions to that EHR, and took 5 no, this is hours, minutes, seconds. This is seconds. So it took 5 seconds in creating one EHR and 10 compositions. Yeah, but we are not evaluating performance here. We are trying to automate complex workflows visually. Yeah, so performance will be for later. But it's not bad. If I click, for instance, in one contribution, the first contribution, that should be for the EHR status. Yeah, and that was the creation of the EHR with that EHR status. And if I click the last one or any other, it will be just a composition. And this is actually the template that we use to generate the composition. So if I go here, create composition, is that one. So it's in Portuguese, because this is a Portuguese template. Is solicitação exame, is like exam request. So it's that one, yeah, that we took from the local file system. Yeah, so this is working, and you can create complex chains and execute them right away on your CDR. I will try to test with different CDRs available to see if we have any issues sending data, executing these chains over different CDRs. But since we use the standard openEHR REST API, I don't think there will be an issue. Maybe the authentication functionality might be different, but the rest will work. And also you can do some small features. You can just edit multiple chains at the same time. So you can just, yeah, have different chains, and you can select one existing chain and just add things to it. Yeah, so you can do stuff like that. Yeah, and we can save that, we can execute this, blah blah blah. So this is working. Just needs more testing. Also checking for errors, like if I don't add a template here in this upload template action, it will give an error. I need to actually complete this, so the errors are not checked yet, but it's working. If you fill all the information, this works, and I think will be very valuable to the openEHR community, especially for training for showing EHR, openEHR CDRs to non-technical people. Also, if you need to load a server with certain data to do a demo to a client, for instance, this will be really valuable to even to commercial vendors of openEHR CDRs, because this allows you to actually create your test case for that specific client, and then you can have one chain for each demo or each client or each project. So I think this will be very useful. I don't think there is any tool actually out there, open or commercial, that can do this as we designed this. So I think it will be very valuable to the openEHR community. So let me know what you think about this. It is working surprisingly. So this is a little proof of concept, but might be a good product with some investment and dedication. So let me know what you think about this. Thank you. Bye bye.